Hey guys, I am excited to introduce to you some new image generating model that has come out. It is called AuraFlow and it's by a company called FAL. One of the things you're going to find out about this is the incredible prompt following nature of this model. Okay, like it really follows what you're going to say. And I'm going to tell you one of the more exciting things about it is that this is a truly open source model that they're creating this for the community, with the community. In fact, this isn't even version 1. They've released version 0.1 because they really want feedback. And that's really a change kind of in the way things have been going. I was just reading the other day about how Stable Diffusion 3 actually has in their license that if you break their, basically their community standards, they can actually ask you to delete all of the stuff that you've created using their model, all the derivative art and stuff. So that means they could wipe you out for everything. And we all know how community standards go. They're very arbitrary, can be used to cudgel people into certain positionings on stuff because you don't want to lose everything. Well, so open source is a very important aspect of keeping AI democratized and in more of a populist sort of state for people like you and people like me who actually want to be able to use this stuff and not lose our work because of what people have done. So anyway, here we are with AuraFlow, which is very exciting stuff. And I'm going to teach you how to actually install this locally. Although there are demos that I'll show you how you can get to if you want to use it online as well. It's just a little bit slower. But before you do that, please do like the page, follow the page, like the video, because it really does help the community, and we're here for the community, okay? So go ahead and do that. That really helps. So let's go ahead and show you some of the stuff we've been able to do with this. Again, the issue of this model, which is so cool, is how incredibly well it follows the prompt. So look, here's one I did with the demo. A pickle with a mustache. The pickle is carrying a revolver. Where does it say? Is carrying a revolver in his right arm, okay, and holding the hand of a beautiful woman in his left. The sky is green and is raining cucumbers, and we can see all of that in that picture. That's really amazing. That's really good prompt following. Let's check another one that we did over here. Full view image of an orangutan wearing orange pants, a blue shirt, and a cowboy hat. The orangutan is sitting on a horse, and the horse is on top of an iceberg in the Atlantic Ocean. Penguins on both the left and right side of the horse. And of course, it got everything in there. That's just absolutely incredible. And then lastly, let's go over here. And a turtle that is riding a skateboard. The skateboard is, gosh, if I could read this. The skateboard is in the image of a Super Mario turtle, where the hat comes from. So there are flames in the sky above the turtle, and the ground is slick with water. There's a lily pad to the left of the turtle. So there you go. Again, that's really incredible prompting there. So, and this is just version 0.1. They have actually come out and said that that it's good, but I don't expect like super real people in this stuff yet because it's still just at the beginning, and they want to get out there to get the feedback of people like you and people like me. Okay, so this is really cool stuff. So we're going to install this locally. All right, so we can run it off. Let's go ahead. So what we're going to do, first thing we want to do is we have to go find the model page. So we're going to go to our Google here, and what we're going to type is we're going to type AuraFlow 0.1, and then let's type Hugging Face. Okay. Oh, whoops, we got to go over here. All right, so now there we go. We typed that in there, AuraFlow 0.1 Hugging Face, and then we're going to find this one that says FAL AuraFlow. So let's click it. Okay, it's going to bring us back to this page we were already on. Okay, so this is a fairly easy install, but there's stuff that's going to lead you off a cliff. Remember, with all this stuff, you still have to install your CUDA toolkit. You still got to install your torch. This is all stuff that is just kind of general knowledge, and they don't necessarily put it on this page because not everyone's using NVIDIA. Other people have different stuff, so they don't want to get into giving 10 million things on there. Now, you know, and I know that what we're doing is we're working with mostly with Windows 11 and people that have NVIDIA stuff. So we know that we need to install that CUDA toolkit. We need to install that torch. So we're going to have to change up these instructions a bit, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that. Also, we're going to go down here. We're going to see something. This is just really easy code. What this code is going to do is it's just going to run from your command line, and it's just going to create one image, okay? Now, you're going to notice they're missing something. And what they're missing is a save. So it's not saving the image. So you're going to be very frustrated creating images and not getting it done. So that's a little bit of an error on this page here, but do not let your hearts be troubled because we're going to walk you through this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to our command line. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to make a directory to run this in. Now, I'm just going to create a little temp directory. You guys put it in whatever directory you want. If you want it in an image folder, put it in your image folder, and then create a folder called Aura, whatever. You don't have to do it exactly the way that I'm doing, but this is just for my system so I can kind of do these quick tutorials for you. So I'm going to type mkdir, okay, and I'm just going to call it Aura. All right. Now it's going to create that directory. Type Aura. I can see that if I type dir, that means a directory, and then I do a / and it's a / because you can see it's leaning to the right, which is considered forward. And I'm going to put the letters AD, and so I want to see just a directory, a listing of directories. And so I've got a bunch in here. You can see, well, there's my Aura. You can see I also installed AuraFlow already. We're going to put it in this one. So let's type cd Aura. That takes us into the directories because we're changing directory. Okay, I'm going to take CLS to clear it. And if I type dir for directory again, you're going to see there's nothing in there. So what we need to do first thing is we need to create a virtual environment. Now for this one, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead. I'm doing this because I forgot to do something here really quick. I'm deactivating the current and virtual environment. Hold on. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to create our virtual environment. Now normally we would use Conda, but this is a pretty simple install. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use a simple Python virtual environment. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the keyword Python. We're going to go -m. That means we're going to use a module that's in the Python suite, and then we're going to use Vim. Okay, that's the module we're going to use. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to name the virtual environment, and we're just going to call it Vim. That's kind of the standard. So people, when you get a software that says, and you see in the directory Vim, it's the virtual environment. You could name that whatever you want. You could call that my virtual environment, blah, blah, blah. But that means you got to type it out later. So Vim is just an easy one. So we're going to go ahead and create that. And then we'll just take a second here. We twiddle our thumbs for just one moment. Okay, so there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, if we type dir, we see it's created a directory called Vim. And if we go Vim, we'll see that created a bunch of other stuff. There's scripts. So we're going to want to call this. So let's go with cd scripts. Now you're going to see there's something called activate. So let's go activate. Okay. Now you'll notice that we have activated our virtual environment right here. Now I'm going to go back. We want to get back to the original Aura thing. So we're going to go cd change directory -- or .. That means go back one directory. That would take us into the Vim directory, but we want to go back here. So let's put another .. And now you're going to see we're back in the directory we began at. Okay. If we had wanted to call that activate without having to drill all the way in there, we could have gone call, and then we could have just put the directories that it was in there in the name. We could have gone like that. Whoops. Okay, that would have worked as well. But we don't need to do that now. So I'm going to type CLS. We're going to clear the screen so we can see what we're doing. Now we're going to go back to our directions. Okay, and we're going to see that we have to install some dependencies. So we got this transformers, accelerate, protobus, sentence piece. Okay, good stuff. We'll go ahead and copy. Whoops, we'll copy the first one. If we hit this button here, it'll copy everything. We just want this first one. Okay, but we don't want to install it yet, because what do we need to do first? That's right, kids. We need to install the Conda CUDA Cool Toolkit. So we can see we're already in our virtual environment. So what we're going to do, even though we're using Python virtual environment, we still need to use a Conda command, which means you have to have miniconda installed. we're going to type conda install -c NVIDIA. Now that means that -c means we're using a catalog. Which catalog we're using? The NVIDIA catalog. If you don't have the NVIDIA catalog added to your catalog list, watch my other video on adding it, and it's very easy, just one line. And then what are we going to install? We're going to install the CUDA toolkit equals 11.8.0. Now, if you have the CUDA toolkit 12 in there, go ahead and put the version you have, okay? And it will work fine. I really always suggest to everyone that you use 11.8, just because 12.1 you don't really need. It's too much, okay? It's not really for single GPU machines, and 11.1 or 11.8 works great for almost everything you got out there. In fact, I haven't seen anything it doesn't work good for. So it works for everything. So we're going back here. We have clicked that bad boy, and we're going to let that install. Now, it's going to ask us if we want to proceed. So we're going to go ahead and wait, twiddle our thumbs again for a second while Conda takes its while. Okay, mine says it's already been installed. Okay, so yours will say proceed. We're gonna yes. Okay, then what we got to do is we need to install Torch. But for this, we don't need the entire Torch package. We just need the one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our internet and we're going to type Torch install. Okay, then we go click on this one. So start locally. Okay, we choose our options, Windows, Pit, Python, 11.8. Okay, so now we just want Torch. It's got Torch Vision, Torch Audio. We don't need all that. But what we're going to do is we're going to copy it all anyways. Okay, then we're going to go back to our terminal. I'm going to type PIP. That's the Python packet installer. Okay, I'm going to press Control V. That's going to paste it in, and then I'm going to use my arrows to go here and delete the stuff we don't need. We don't need Torch Audio. We don't need Torch Vision. So it's just going to say pip install Torch, and then all this is going to make sure that it's compiled along with your CUDA toolkit. If you don't add this last part, it'll install Torch, but it won't be what you need. So we're going to hit that enter, and this is going to take a little bit of time because it always takes a little bit of time to install Torch. It's not a small install. So I'm going to pause this for just a second, and then we're going to get back with our installation in un momento. Okay, so that has now finished installing our Torch. We set up our CUDA, set up our Torch. So now Torch is installed with CUDA. If you do these backwards, it's not going to work. You have to have your CUDA toolkit installed first before you install Torch. Okay, so we're going to rock back to the internet here. Now we're going to go ahead and do this. Pip install transformers send speed. So we're going to go ahead, highlight that, copy. Now we're going to rock back to our terminal, and we're just going to hit Control V, and it'll have all that. Now we're just going to press enter. So same thing, it's going to install. It might take different amount of time on your machine. Because we're in the virtual environment, it's installing in the virtual environment. Okay. Again, if you forget to activate that virtual environment, then it installs into your base system, and it can end up polluting things. And then later on, you're like, how come I'm getting all these conflicts? And it's like, well, because you put it in the wrong place. So if you ever do that, like say you got this accelerate over here, and you accidentally install the wrong place, just type pip uninstall. Okay, easy peasy. All right, so now let's go here and grab this other one. So we're going to grab the same thing. Oops, let's pip install diffusers. Okay, that's going to help us to get down the model, because what we're going to end up doing is downloading this model into our local machine, but like in a temp directory kind of thing. So let's go back here. We're going to hit Control V. We're going to let that bad boy install. Okay, that should just take a moment. And now, while that's getting done, we're going to go over here. We'll come back to that. What we're going to do is, this is the code. This is pretty easy code that they've given us to run it. This is just going to run one image, but like I said, they left out a critical part. If you notice, there's no save on here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to highlight it. We're going to copy it. Okay, then we're going to go over to ChatGPT. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to type add a save command to this code. And then now just paste it in there. Okay. And ChatGPT is going to come back. It's just going to repeat all of this. And then notice it's just going to save this image.save. Okay. So what we'll do is go up here and just copy all this because we're going to need it in a second. So we can go back to our code. Now we see everything is installed. We're ready to go, but we still need the code. So let's type CLS to clear the screen. Now what we're going to do is we're going to type notepad run.py. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to open up our notepad so that we can actually put our code in. So you're going to hit enter, and then it's going to pop you up to this. It's going to ask you, do you want to create this file? You're going to say yes. Okay, so you paste this in here. Okay, here's where the prompt is. What we're going to create is close-up portrait of a majestic iguana with vibrant blue scales, piercing amber eyes, and orange spiky crest. Intricate textures and details visibly on scaly skin. Wrapped in dark hood, giving regal appearance. Dramatic lighting against black background, hyper-realistic, high-resolution image showcasing the reptile's expressive features and coloration. So if you want something different with this code, you're going to have to go here and change it. Okay, now you could take this and throw it into ChatGPT and say, give me a loop that actually asks for a prompt, and then it'll do that as well. But this is how we have it going right now. You have to go in here and change stuff by itself. So you go ahead and press Control S. That's going to save it. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our terminal. Oops. I guess I didn't save it. Hold on. Just a second. Okay. So now all we got to do, there you can see it's there, is you type Python run.py. Now that's going to take a second to go. And here's the thing. The first time you load this, it's actually going to download a pretty big model. So this actually could take several minutes to download. I think it might even be like as big as a 17 gigabyte model. It's quite large. Okay. So I've already downloaded it. It shouldn't take as long, but you're going to see it's loading the pipeline components. So the pipeline is basically, they're not giving us the model, but what they're doing is letting us use it. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause this because I think we're jittering. Hold on. Okay, we're back and it has finished running. You know, I get the AI working. So here you can see like the back of my house. If I click this little button here, you notice it changes. So it uses up resources to do this stuff, and so sometimes it makes it jitter. So if that started jittering, I'm truly sorry. So what we did there was we went ahead and activated this thing. We ran it, and it takes a while to download this model. It's quite a big model, and then it loads the pipeline. Okay, so the pipeline basically meaning because it's just running out to the website, it's getting it, bringing it back. It's just a pipeline. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. What we're going to do though is now it's done, we're going to run over to our Windows Explorer where we went ahead and installed this thing, and here we can see it created our picture. So let's drag it over to Chrome, and if we go back up here, we can see there is our Sith Lord iguana that it created. That's actually a really nice image. There's only version 1, and you'll notice it followed the prompt really good. Now, the only issue with this install is that, again, we have to, next time we want to prompt this thing, we would have to go back over to here, and then we'd have to change all of this to whatever we want it to be, and then we'd run it, and it wait for it. So it loads the model, then it unloads the model, and it loads the model. An easy thing to do with this is just copy and paste it, put it into ChatGPT, and then ask ChatGPT, say, create a loop on this so that I don't have to keep reloading the model, and give a user prompt. And then you'll just type it in there and it'll do it. So that's an easy way to do it. Okay, now as I said, they have demos online that you can use it with as well. So I think this one, no, that's actually local. So this might have been one. So I'll put a link there. You can use them online, but it takes a long time again because you have to wait for other people's resources. So what we did here was we doing it locally. It's going to be a lot faster. However, because I truly care about you, I want you guys to succeed in here. What I have done is we have created for you. Where did we go here? Oh, damn it. I hate it when I can't find stuff. We have gone ahead and created a one-click for you as well. So all you got to do is, if you head to my Patreon site, you can get this, extract it, just click the install. It's going to go ahead and create the virtual environment. It's going to install everything for you, and then when you get done, all you got to do is click this run. All you got to do is click run, and it's going to bring you up to this page. So, and then you can sit there and create all the pickles with revolvers that you want, just as fast as you want. So that's the easy way to do it. That's like $5 if you go over to my Patreon site, over here where you just go over to collections, and you'll see it under member exclusive software. You can click in here and you'll see we have a bunch of other different softwares you can get to. So when you join, you get access to all of this face fusion and rope and bark and all this good stuff. Okay, OmniZero is a really cool one too. So anyway, you get a whole bunch of everything with that. But that's the easy way to go ahead and install that. You got the demo. Okay, we've got the local install, manual install, which is, hey, that's great practice. It's just not very practical if you really want to play with it. And then we've got the local demo one-click that if you just want to get playing with this, which you want to get playing with this, just go ahead and get that, and that'll get you going within minutes. So where we have it, we have installed AuraFlow, very cool open source model that is coming out and follows prompts incredibly. On the left side is this, on the right side is this, above is there. There's 3 of this. I'm telling you, a lot of these image generation models that we work with, you do that, it's not going to do this. So this is very promising, and it's open source, which means that it's from people like us, for people like us. So go ahead and enjoy that. Let me see what kind of stuff you guys are creating. Would love to see it. And we're going to get out of here with that. So as always, you stay good, and we're going to catch you on the other side.